You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, GH fans. Well, it looks like Ava Jerome is doing what she does best, destroying the lives of men. And this week, both Jagger Cates, aka Jagger, and Sonny Corinthos are on her radar. She's using them both, and disaster is on the horizon. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's talk about the destruction ahead for the mob man and the FBI guy, and how Ava's twisting them both up in knots. So right now, we have Sonny Corinthos shoring up his defenses, lining up witnesses, and feeling pretty confident that he's going to demolish Ava Jerome in family court and strip all custody of their daughter away. But she's got a secret weapon named Jagger. Hey, please subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's dive in deeper. So the problem is with Sonny, a lot of the confidence that he is feeling right now, a lot of that swagger is coming from the lack of bipolar medication in his system. If you have bipolar or you know someone that does, I have a couple of people in my family that deal with it every day, then you've probably seen this. Going without medication or the wrong dosage of medication can often come with an over exuberance and confidence that can come right before a really big crash that can be catastrophic. And that's the downward slide where Sonny's headed. And of course, he's got no idea because he's taking his pills every single day like clockwork. That's why he doesn't like being questioned, because he knows he's taking them. And of course, Ava Jerome didn't start out tampering with his meds. That was the handiwork of Valentine Cassadine. Once she found out, at one point, Ava might have told Sonny, maybe. But then he rejected her. He hurt her feelings, and she had a little jealous meltdown. And then Sonny tossed her out on her ear. From there, Ava probably would have kept quiet about the meds and not told him. But after he threatened custody and made her the villain in the Invader expose instead of that homophobe friend of his, Natalia, Ava snapped. That's when she went to the pharmacist to get his meds stripped down to nothing, to just a placebo, which is absolutely horrible behavior. Disgusting. I have to assume that these new placebos are what is in Sonny's system now, because he seems to be hanging on by the thinnest of threads. Even Diane Miller is nearly ready to throw up her hands and walk away from him. Sonny will not listen to anyone, which he doesn't like to listen to people even on his best days. But right now, this is not his fault. He's out of control. And he doesn't even realize it. He doesn't know why. He doesn't even see it. None of this is his fault. And Carly's going to come talk to him on an upcoming episode and tell him, Jagger Cates is coming for you. That is something Sonny will believe, but he'll probably want to blame Jason for it, given his level of paranoia these days. Meanwhile, Ava is playing chess with both of these men who are playing checkers. She is moving them around like pawns on her board. And Jason was absolutely right that Jagger Cates came to Port Charles with a chip on his shoulder and a deep-rooted hatred for Sonny. But Jagger's assignment from the FBI was take down Pikeman. So, yeah, I think that Cates was hoping to stumble upon some incriminating evidence to take down Sonny while he was in town, but it wasn't his primary orders or motivation. But now, since he's lost Valentine, thanks to Anna's betrayal, all of his attention solely focused on Sonny. He still wants to put cuffs on somebody so he looks good with the Bureau, and he'd probably rather put cuffs on Sonny than Valentine. We can all see that. What's funny is Jagger Cates thinks he's going to use Ava to take down Sonny, but Jason was right when he warned Jagger that he cannot trust Ava, because usually it's Ava that's using people. And I am quite certain she is going to use Cates against Sonny. And I don't think either one of these men, John Cates or Sonny Corinthos, are going to see her coming. What's diabolical is that John Cates' ex-father-in-law, Scotty Baldwin, is conspiring with Ava to make it all happen. When Ava told Scotty that Sonny's meds are messed up, he was cool with it because she said she didn't do it. Like, he didn't even need to know who did as long as she didn't do it. So now Scotty knows he's complicit. And she's willing to take advantage, and Scotty's willing to take advantage. Of course, she's lying to Scotty because while she didn't start it, she's not only taking advantage, she's making it worse. Scotty hates Sonny for all the same reasons that Jagger hates Sonny, because Sonny got Karen Wexler hooked on drugs and stripping underage as a teen at Sonny's dance club back in the day. Karen Wexler was Scotty's daughter, who later married Jagger. Karen and Jagger went to school together when they were teenagers, along with Jason. Just a little ancient history lesson. But for Jagger, who loved her, and Scotty, who's his daughter, it doesn't feel like ancient history. If that's your kid, if that's a wife, the mother of your child, it doesn't feel like ancient history. So Scotty got Ava all excited about getting Sonny up on the stand in court and poking and prodding him with annoying questions until he explodes. All right, so flipping back to Jagger, he told Jason that he either gets evidence to convict Sonny, or Jason's going undercover in federal prison, or Carly can pack her bags and head to Pentonville as a prisoner. So Jason's between a couple of rocks and a hard place. The bottom line, John Cates is not going to rely on Jason because he knows he can't trust him to flip on Sonny, even with this leverage he has against Carly. So that's where Ava comes in. John thinks that Ava is so terrified of Sonny that she will testify to get his protection for her and her daughter and to get him to speak up for her in court. And Jason already told him Ava's a manipulative liar, but when Cates looks at Ava, he sees the blonde hair, the big blue eyes, the pretty face. Behind all that, though, is a mind that's devious and always 2 steps ahead. In this week's promo, of course, we see Ava reeling Jagger in. He thinks he's going to get Ava to testify against Sonny, and once he gets what he wants out of her, then he's going to help her if he feels like it. I imagine that Ava is going to give him something else to lure him into her web like a black widow spider lures a fly. I mean, come on. If Jagger does anything with her, anything at all beyond a kiss, like we saw in that promo, especially if she gets him into her bed, he's compromised. She can try and use her feminine wiles to convince him to testify on her behalf about what he did to a vulnerable young woman as a reason for why he shouldn't have sole custody of their daughter. So she can have, Scotty call Jagger up, put him on the stand, tell me about Karen Wexler. Is this the kind of man that should be raising a young woman? That won't look good. And if Jagger pushes back and tells Ava that he wants her testimony first, if at that point Ava has gotten John into her bed, she can threaten to go to his superiors at the FBI and say, he slept with me. I'm a potential witness. He has put the case against Sonny in jeopardy and was trying to intimidate me. It's not a good look, and it could absolutely ruin John Cates' career with the FBI. Ava is completely capable of doing that. But between Scotty and Jagger, I do think Ava could absolutely trounce Sonny in court. In fact, the 3 of them working together could push Sonny into a complete and total breakdown where he punches Jagger or tries to strangle Scotty or even Ava. I mean, just how bad will things devolve until Sonny gets the help that he needs? And in the end, is Ava going to destroy 2 lives this week? Is she going to destroy Sonny with this placebo and push him off the deep end with his mental health And is she going to lure Jagger into her bed and basically ruin his career and his credibility as an officer of the law? It sounds like the kind of thing she would do. We'll see. I think she might actually make it happen. Hey, please subscribe if you're not following us, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.